Why hello there, jungle parents. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Jurassic Splashdown. Episode 8, a reprieve from no privacy. Papa definitely needs a new pair of brown pants. I wouldn't mind trying to make good clothing out of the hide, because it's going to be tougher than the synthread clothing. Synthread is a really weak material in terms of defense stats. So like a synthread shirt has honestly terrible armor stats, because synthread is just not a very strong material when it comes to protection. So getting like a leather duster and, you know, stronger clothing is going to be really helpful if I ever have to go mano a mano with dinos. Also, given that he's a jogger, if I'm going mano a mano with humans, he could also benefit from flak, because he outruns most humans, being that he's a jogger. So against most other humans, if he's sporting a flak jacket or flak pants, he'll still outrun them. With that said, enemy joggers are still going to run him down if he is wearing flak, so maybe flak is a bad idea. It's a double-edged sword. But, you know, one could dream that someday he'll have recon armor. It's a bit of a pipe dream now, but not... It's foreseeable in the far, far future. Out jogging a T-Rex. I'm curious, like, how fast dinosaurs were. You know, it's hard to say. It also depends on, I guess, the temperature, if they're cold-blooded. Because how, you know, in the rainforest, that's one thing, but I know that for the amphibians and the like that we know of here, if it's really cold out, they're also really slow, as they don't regulate their body temperature in the same way that us mammals do. Cheers. Jurassic Park says the T-Rex could go up to 25 miles an hour, but scientists have now stated it's more like 65. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, you know, it's a tough question to answer. I mean, we can look at some of the largest reptiles that we know of on Earth, but in no way should it be can it be scaled up. Plus, I think even our entire notion of what dinosaurs look like is probably insanely wrong. I think if you look at the bone structure of a lot of the... You know, if you look at the bone structure of like an owl or a chicken, which, you know, birds are kind of very related to what dinosaurs were. The way a chicken you find in the wild, not the ones that we bred for meat, but the way you would find like a wild fowl, and the way they look, like a penguin, for instance. You know, if we looked at the bones of like a chicken or a penguin or an owl and tried to figure out what they might look like in real life, I think we'd be very wrong. Looking at the skeletons of like an owl, you would not think it's an owl. Because an owl skeleton doesn't look like an owl at all. A dinosaur nesting site to steal fertilized eggs. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, the reason I mentioned owl is owl skeletons are super, super weird looking, and you would never, ever picture an owl from an owl skeleton. Like, not in our wildest dreams. So I just mentioned owl skeletons because they're just so weird looking for what the actual critter looks like. The critter that we're familiar with looks very elegant. Their skeletons do not look elegant. They look like shriveled bird skeletons or something, not apex predators that kill all rodents within miles. Right? They're very, very different. And then on top of that, you know, anything that lived long enough ago that didn't have like an actual skeleton or exoskeleton, we wouldn't even know about. right? Like modern day octopus and jellyfish and things like that would have no fossil record far, far flung in the future. Except for like maybe the beak of an octopus, but basically nothing of their body would be discernible if they were to go extinct and we would have to rediscover them. So there's certainly the percentage of the creatures that we could even potentially know about through fossil record is probably pretty small. Komodo dragons can move up to 12 miles an hour? Yeah. Well, yeah, my point is, like, we don't really know how fast dinosaurs are. And I think it would also, it's probably also reasonable to say how fast they are, I just know IRL, how fast a critter can be and how fast they can be sustained is also very different. Humans survived as persistence hunters because we can sweat, and that's pretty unique to human physiology. So, in a short sprint, certain critters are amazing. But like even a horse, which is designed for pretty amazing stamina and endurance, doesn't stand a chance in an ultramarathon against a person under relatively warm conditions. A horse will beat humans if it's cool, but not beat humans if it's warm. So in a jungle-like environment, horses stand no chance against a well-fit human in a long-distance run, which is pretty crazy to think about, but also very, very true. I think that's pretty wild. Alright, so it looks like the defensive kill box is done, more or less. I think it would be a wise idea, in terms of visibility, to create like a little pad here, so that I can actually see when things are entering this thing. But we have that done. So what I need to do at this point is to make some steel for the traps. But after I get the steel done, I'm going to have you guys vote on what to build next. So individual bedrooms, storage area, nature and cloud watching area, hospital, research area, or viewer suggestions. So choice is yours. I'll give you 5 minutes to vote on that. Cool. I like this this little defensive project. I think this will really come in handy. Let's make sure it is home zoned, so that we repair the walls if they come under attack, and auto reset traps. Now, the thing I was thinking about is, for dinosaurs, it wouldn't help if this was dark. For human raiders, if we roofed it up, it would keep the plants from growing, to keep them from having cover, and it would darken the area. So I might have a follow-up vote on whether we want to design this trap against human raiders or dinosaurs, because it will change whether I have it roofed or not. Because, you know, if it's primarily designed for human raiders, we want a roof. If it's primarily designed for dinosaurs, we don't want a roof. Because human raiders, if roofed up, will remove the plants and make it so that they run slower. So I'll have a follow-up to that soon. Okay, also, hygiene, fertilize area. Let's stop fertilizing all of this. I'm not using the middle section now. I think I will plant stuff here, but I'm going to plant hay grass, which is doesn't require seeds. And that would be a good fuel source, and also allows me to cut down filth and the like. I really like the hygiene mod too. I think it adds a really nice dynamic to the game. I'm in agreement. It's weird that like people don't need water or to go to the bathroom. Or plumbing and all of that. And the hygiene mod adds a lot of that. Our current hygiene is just like well washed, which is a little rough, but you know, just that's what we have access to. But one day these kids are going to have a proper bath and it's going to be glorious. Years in the making. Like, no exaggeration, years in the making. I'm actually excited. I can't imagine trying to live in the wild like this family is, and then being able to like, all right, you want a bath? Here's a bath. Just phenomenal. All right, looks like you want individual bedrooms. So after I do some of the smoothing for the external wall here, because there are some parts to our base that can't be repaired, I'm going to finish smelting up the steel for the traps so that we have traps in case of emergencies, and then start to make individual bedrooms. Oh, making the bow. I forgot about that. Interesting. The Dryosaurus does not attack us even if we shoot it. Good to know. I don't think I'm going to hunt it right now because we aren't urgently hungry and it doesn't work towards the I'm working towards the fence project that we've got going on, but that's good to know. Overhead mountain doesn't matter. I'm just going to a little reminder, there aren't insects. Insects in RimWorld were bioengineered to fight mechs that were out of control. The mega insects that exist in RimWorld are genetic monsters that humans made. So on a planet like this, they don't exist. Meaning, I don't need to avoid Overhead Mountain. Overhead Mountain is not a thing. Not a thing to be cautious about. All right, trap number 2. Yeah, so growth tier 1 has been met. So growth tier 1 means I can choose one trait from 2 options, and the more growth tiers they have, the more options I'll have. So it's still possible to get screwed at growth tier 6, like maxed out growth, but you'll have a lot more growth tier. What is the max? 9 or something? I forget what the max, 7, I think, where you have 6 trait options. But they didn't have the growth moment. They just got more educated. Their next growth moment is at age 10. So that's over a year from now. Oh, what the hell. Meganura this close to the base. Do not like. So as soon as I quarry up this coal, I'm going to go deal with that. Oh, also, I had forgotten to create a hand tailor. It doesn't really need to be inside because I don't use it frequently enough, but create a hand tailor so that I can make myself a bandolier. So I can Let's do that right now. Ken's dream of being a cowboy is coming true. Let's make a heavy bandolier out of medium dino. Giles, thank you for the resub. Or Giles. Or Anon. Or whatever I should call you. I don't even know. But cheers, dude. It's been a while since you've played Children in the Colony? Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I think the last time was like Doomsday Vault, which was like years ago. I had to take like I had to remind myself, oh god, that's not very good. But your shooting accuracy and aim time and ranged cooldown. So spends half the normal time aiming and cools down is 20% faster. Ken here is a quick shot. So let's go celebrate that with some hunting. Ooh, first shot. Nabla, you're idle? Hold on one second. So inside and farm. Nabla, you are allowed to mine. Hit it again. Time to run. Don't nibble me. I should not have let it get this close. Bingo. I'll just keep this as wood. So in terms of like yield, no one mines good. 3, 3, 3, 1. So Doppy should probably not be the one to finish off a node, because he has the lowest yield. A solar flare. Who cares? I don't want to mine all the way through here, because there's the risk of opening up the base, so I'll stop before we get there. But I'm planning on building our bedrooms, our individual bedrooms that we voted on, like kind of this way, into the mountain. It will also be cooler, because there's some overhead mountain there. So taking advantage of the overhead mountain for some, like, nature cooling is going to be good. Meganeura is considered insect meat, yeah. And I don't want to eat insect meat. If we can avoid it, I'll avoid it. So I've been leaving it. That might be enough steel for the rest of the spike traps. So we'll get those built tomorrow. And then I can pivot, finishing building defenses, and head towards building bedrooms. Okay. A blue skin great artist. Nice. Shaman Discourse and Language of... Oh, Layola again. After we get circuitry, I will include machining in the next research. So here is the list. Beer brewing, recurve, plumbing, sterile materials, dynamo, tree sewing, machining. And machining, of course, leads eventually to fabrication and microelectronics. Oh, that's another hunter right there. I'm definitely going to want to clear that threat. But, yeah, deadfall traps are complete. I designed them in this way, if you're wondering, so that you don't have to step on a trap to reset it. So there's doors to be able to reset the other traps. Wow, that is rapid fire. Oh, it's literally hunting. That's funny. That is funny. I was like, I need to kill this thing because it's going to hunt me, and then it hunted me. It's hunting me not because I shot it. It's hunting me because I'm food. So, yeah, I was right to keep an eye on you, huh? I'm slamming the stone door shut, and let's go ahead and try to use... I'm going to see if I can't lure it to the kill box. Nope, it's just bleeding out. Okay. Now that it's manhunting me, let's use the kill box for the first time. Mutual hunting, yep. Except for this is not a clever girl. It doesn't seem to be able to path to me. It's hunting me again. The other thing that might be nice is entrance pads for this door, because this door, it's hard to tell what's going on there. Look at Sleepy Yoda. Such a peaceful little lad. Alright. Machining is next. You guys want me to enter the industrial age, don't you? I'm eager to as well. It's a long path, but it's a path worth walking. So the current priority now is build bedrooms. Got it. So here's the deal. I would very much like to have the children have bedrooms that are attached to the main lodge, as well as Ken and Spieler. I don't want the kids to have to exit the main area to get to a bedroom, because there is inherent danger in doing that, right? So, I also don't want to be shabby with the bedrooms. I want them kind of luxurious. We have a lot of space. I mean, it's not like we're going to have to pay a landlord taxes, right? So, having, like, kind of wonderful bedrooms sounds awesome to me. So maybe... something like that. Maybe this one a little lower. So that there's a kind of a natural tunnel here. Bedrooms with external walls sounds scary. While I potentially agree with you, one of the advantages of having bedrooms with external walls is it's a buffer. So that if I have a bedroom like here and here, and raiders attack me, I'll have another wall and door before they get to the center. Basically, I'm building up layers like an onion, so that getting to the center of my base becomes increasingly difficult. And that's why I like this sort of like layered approach. Not using overhead mountain after all. So one of the things I can do with the overhead mountain once I dig that out is set my meat freezer and set my kitchen to be more overhead mountain, so that my power use is lighter. So yeah, not using the overhead mountain after all. Yeah, I like this design. And then we can do something with this area. You know, this could be a workshop or something like that in the future. Why an onion? How about a parfait? Yes, this is a base parfait. Sure. Whatever you say. Looks like a base burger? Oh my god. Okay, yes. It's also a base burger. Whatever, guys. Y'all are a little... got some screws loose. I love it. Alright, we're out of firewood, so we need to cut down some trees. Wildlife. Anything gonna try to munch me? Meganier is really far away. And it's the only hostile one on the map tile. Hell yeah. Also, what the hell are you doing in our meat box? Our kill box? Get out. Alright, now we can mine out all the vein here and not worry about exposing ourselves to the outside. The other thing is we are just about out of granite. So Ken. Oh, you know what? Let's do marble. I don't think they necessarily need to be high durable. I'd rather have them be pretty. So for reference, marble walls are prettier than granite walls. So I'll build for beauty. It does mean that the shared walls won't be as beautiful, but like, whatever. I can always replace the shared walls if we really want to min-max it, but I'm not too concerned. So the reason why I'm considering changing the build material is we have hoovered up a lot of the granite that was nearby as well. So there's like 2 reasons. Granite availability is lower, and also marble's prettier. What? Oh, you've got 9... You've got a ton of water on you, dude. You don't need that much water. Oh, what are you doing? Stop. Yep, we can always rebuild them when they're internal, exactly. And there we go, little stone cutting. Alright, the first one I want to do is here to insulate the iron. And we'll focus 1 bedroom at a time so I don't have 3 incomplete bedrooms. We have a complete one first. Ooh, cooking 9. Nice. Because lavish meals is what, cooking 8? So we can start to potentially make lavish meals. Again, everyone's mood is maxed. I don't think there's much need for it, but it's not a terrible idea. If we were to consider making tail caps, where are they? It's in complex clothing, I thought. Okay. Because we don't really have the materials for undiscovered item label. Nice. Telcaps is ideology, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we can always make parkas. I'm not too worried about getting cold. I think for ease, because wood floors are not... I mean, they're flammable, but they're not ugly. I'm going to make, have wood floors for the bedroom. Obviously, marble stone would be better, prettier, but... And then smooth floors would be prettier, but a lot more labor intensive. I'm going to make them... I'm prioritizing cheap. We can always improve them later, exactly. Yeah, I think making them stone is going to take me like just an extraordinary amount of time. The reason why I didn't enable an ideology for this run is, like, ideology is more of the culture of a community rather than, like, the family. And it would be weird to have, like, I don't know, it just felt weird to have ideology involved when it's just, like, one family. Which is why I left it out. Yeah, family unit with a dedicated shrine to worship. Feels creepy. It's exactly why I left it out. You get me. I was like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Oh, geez, hello. So this room's still awful. I don't want to have anyone move into it just yet. Don't mind that up yet. So this will be the parents' bedroom, and then these will be for the children. Once they're done. So I'll want to smooth this out. Parents' bedroom might be a little bit nicer due to the smooth walls, but, you know, it's for 2 people. Have I actually read the Swiss Family Robinson? There was a lot of spirituality in that, on the count of the dad being the minister. True. There was also, like, a bunch of spin-off stories, right? The original Swiss Family Robinson, like, is a very old story. And then there was a lot of retellings. Well, I think that's the first time I lost meals in storage. Which is kind of miraculous, given that we've been here for 46 days. We've been here for just a week shy of, like, a year. It also might be possible to aim for higher quality beds. His construction skill is up to... Oh, hello. Jurassic cult. Attacking immediately. Alright, if the Jurassic cult's attacking immediately, I don't have a valid path into the base. So... I'm going to intercept the attacker with my bolt action, which has better range. And then send Spieler to open up a valid path into the base. Doppy and Nabla go inside. So I kept the inside zone. where they shelter in place. And Spieler is... got the path into the base open. So now... Oh, you know what you can guys do? Here's some work. Smooth out the walls. Alright. Do you... yeah, you don't even walk as fast as Ken. Cool. Cass is sending one guy over and over? Yeah, I mean, this series isn't about massive raids. I definitely don't want them to take pot shots at me, though. So I'm being very cautious here. Shooting 13. Oh, don't fire at me. His fire rate is ridiculous. Trigger happy plus the bandolier. Unfortunately, you can't hit anything. Oh, shoot. What is going on? I hear combat. I hear animals trying to... Oh, no. Maybe they're just making Mayasura noises. I think that's probably true. I'm, like, half tempted to, like, piss off the dinosaurs. And have them, like, aggro. Oops, I did hit a dinosaur. Shot went wide. Shot went way wide, and I collateraled one. Alright, here we go. Ken to the kill box. So the kiddos moved the bed and then set up the lumber for the dresser and the stuff. So if I had a longer entryway, he would not be able to take cover. Let's just have you go eat Spike Trap. I can always elongate the entryway later on. Alright, you are of the Jurassic cult. Honestly... I do not intend to actually capture him. But what I will do is I will patch them up and have them be released. And the reason is, it's not for rep. It's a bit for medical training and a bit just like it's the right thing to do. Even though they're hostile. So... that door needs to be closed. So you're going to be tended without medicine. Spieler, can you close that door? I'm not really taking the prisoner, as you'll see here in a second. In fact, Spieler, you come and haul a short bow. Disarming them and leaving this door open. Alright, that's it. That's all I was doing. And I'm going to keep everyone inside so no one goes near Megunyoba or Miegunyoba, whatever their name is. You might be dino food. It's like Low-key kind of not my problem. That's the thing. You know, he might die, but we didn't really kill him. And that's the point. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Jurassic Splashdown, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind this streamed one time only as a marathon. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Special thanks to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow survivors in this jungle world.